7:37, time to focus on business now. Business editor Mike Eppel joining us. Mike, the Canadian economy shrinking in January, but not as bad as a lot of people expected.
Yeah, a little sigh of relief, actually, on the GDP report in from StatsCan this morning, Ted, because the economy did contract by 0.1%. And that does equate to hundreds of millions of dollars in overall output. But considering the comments that came yesterday from our Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz, who was warning of a, quote, atrocious first quarter, 0.1%. It's not really that big of a retreat, and considering the pullback in oil, no one should be surprised by this. Now, what it all means for the first quarter, we're looking at a mediocre start to the year, and the likelihood now that the Bank of Canada will do nothing with interest rates coming next month. So the Canadian dollar, which had been down almost to a 6-year low earlier this morning, recuperating a little bit at 78.5 cents US. Where did we see some strength in the first month? Well, some mining output was on the increase, and lo and behold, actually, oil extraction and refinery was to the uptrend as well. So even though the price for oil was down, we actually saw a little bit more business activity in that component. Manufacturing, though, interesting to see the manufacturing sector continuing to struggle along a little bit, still not feeling the full effects of a dollar, which is a heck of a lot cheaper if you're a U.S. buyer of Canadian goods. So we'll track that as we go through the year and see exactly where we are over the next few months. Price for oil is down this morning by another 2%. It's below $48 a barrel. Everybody's watching the talks regarding, or going on in Switzerland right now, regarding Iran and what the Western diplomats want from Iran regarding nuclear arms negotiations and whether or not Iran agrees to a deal to get some sanctions lifted, which could have more Iranian oil into the supply chain. So that is thinking that there's a deal in place, at least by the end of the day, and that'll have more oil on the market, and oil is down on that. How would you like an English muffin or egg McMuffin, I suppose, for breakfast? That is what McDonald's is testing in San Diego. They've heard from consumers that they'd like to see an expanded breakfast menu, all-day breakfast. So McDonald's, which has seen sluggish sales in the United States, they're trying everything. They've actually been shrinking their menu a little bit. Could add some breakfast items, though, if this takes hold in San Diego. They're starting this. We'll see how this affects investment, whether or not it leads to improved sales, or if they bring that idea north of the border as well. So McDonald's stock really over the past year hasn't done very much. Looking for anything to turn that around. Ted, back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Mike. That's our business editor, Mike Eppel, reporting this morning. You can hear Mike on 660 News at 26 and 56 after the hour.